Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the All-American Pro Truck Series, round number 7 for the Indian Neck Motors 35 from lovely Western New York here, just off the southern tip of Seneca Lake. We are here at the Watkins Glen International, and it is going to be an exciting one here tonight. Well, just over 11 turns of racing. We got the very fast road course, and these drivers are ready to put on a show for you here tonight. And as always, my name is Upstate Al as we bring you all of tonight's live pictures right here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network after a week off. Well, we are back in action, and let's take a look here at our race information here tonight. Brought to you by Indian Neck Motors, and they are here, like I said, at Watkins Glen International, just in the town of Dix, New York, just on the left, western New York, just like I said, behind Seneca Lake. Track was built back in 1961. It took a long time to build this racetrack, and of course, to host all your NASCAR series here this year. Well, tonight we are at Watkins Glen with the All-American Pro Truck Series, and last week we were at Eldora, or 2 weeks ago. We had last week off for Father's Day. Eldora, top 3 was Matt Spinks, Dustin German, and the number 51 of Dylan Blankenship. And the truckers were slinging the dirt 1 week ago, and after the truck race was done there, the dust settled. This is what your current point standings look like here on your Dalton Do-It Center standings for the All-American Pro Truck Series. Jerry West has a 2-point lead over the 99 of Dustin German, and not too far back is the 31 of Justin Rigsby. Matt Spinks, Dylan Blankenship rounding out your top 5 in the standings. We race this week, have a week off for the July 4th holiday, and then it is 3 weeks of non-stop racing. Let's take a look at that schedule as it rolls across here on the bottom of the screen. So we are off next week for our Independence Day celebration, and then we're right back at it at the Music City 150 at the Nashville Fairgrounds Super Speedway. And then the week after that, we will head over to the Hoosier 135 at Lucas Oil Speedway. And to round out the season here tonight will be at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for championship night on 7/24. Let's take a look at your starting lineup here as we look like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Let's see what we can do to get that taken care of. But let's take a look here and see. And there it goes. Let's take a look at your starting lineup here tonight for the 35 laps for the Indian Neck Motors 35. And it is Dustin German picking up the pole over his championship rival, Jerry West. So Smoke Show Racing on the front row. Justin Rigsby will qualify in that 3rd spot, followed by Matt Spinks. Brian Beach will roll off on the inside of row number 3. And outside of him, the driver out of the 83, this is Gage Killam. Jeff Stiles and Dylan Blankenship will make up row number 4. Row number 5, I'm going to go to Shane Jones and Scott Lacoe, the driver out of Pennsylvania with the Dalton Do-It Center Chevy Silverado. And Chad Meadows will start shotgun on the field as we get ready to go racing here at Watkins Glen Speedway. Take a look at your race trucks as they are starting to pull away and being led by the iRacing safety car as they roll down here on the front stretch. Get them up to speed. We'll do one pace lap around the 11 turn. Watkins Glen opened in 1956 to host auto races previously held on public roads in and around the village of Watkins Glen. Circuit's current layout has more or less been the same since 1971. Minor modifications after a fatal crash in 1973, and J.D. McDuffie lost his life here at Watkins Glen in 1991. Fun fact. Watkins Glen International in 1973 held Summer Jam featuring the Allman Brothers, the Grateful Dead, and the band. Attended by 600,000. That would have been fun. This is the bus stop. This is going to be a high passing zone here tonight. No yellow flags. They will have to at least stop one time, I'm being told. And only local yellow flags. So this one will be 35 laps, just about, let's say an hour's worth of racing here tonight for you with these truckers. And the top two vying for the championship. 2 points separating them and the fastest man in practice. Well, that was the 31, the fatted calf. Number 31 of Justin Rigsby was your fastest driver in practice here tonight. Pace car down and away. Green flag coming up. And it is a 99. Dustin German jumping on the loud pedal first as they're going to race down here in the turn number 1. German down though. He'll have that line in that first 90-degree right turn. You get a good launch to head up towards through the S's. First time up through the S, everybody getting in the single file, a little bit of the side-by-side action, a little bit deeper in the pack. That was the 51 of Dylan Blankenship, going to get hit sideways and hard into the Armco. He's going to make a long night for the 51 of Dylan Blankenship. Meanwhile, Dustin German up on the front of this one. Through the bus stop for the first time. You see him hopping the curb. He worked through the carousel. This is a high-speed part of the track. You got to get a good run through this track. Part of the track is up through the gears. Down here in the turn number 10 is before they make the right-hander. This is turn 11, and that's one lap around the Watkins Glen International. Here on Indian Neck Motors. Oh, hang on to it, Wheezy. Wheezy a little bit sideways. Lap number 1 going to go into the books. Is Justin German leading the way. You see them all get on the binders. Back here to Rustin Rigsby trying to make a move on them. Let's go on board with the Attitude Graphics onboard camera with Justin Rigsby. Working up the here, working the throttle. This will be down the short chute into the bus stop. Top two, just a half second, then you got a second back to Rigsby. This one's a long one to see a lot of strategy get played out. Here as Blankenship and Jones are both on pit road. Blankenship is, looks like he's down in the way, maybe not, still on pit road. Shane Jones as well. Matt Spinks runs back in spot number 4 as he'll have that number 35 Attitude Graphics sponsored number 35. Up through the S's they go. Up front though, Dustin German starting to have some separation over Jerry West. About 6 truck lengths, make it 10 now as they enter into the bus stop. Everybody doing a good job working up through the S's here. In the turn 11, Jerry West starting to close back in. That time was a little bit better. Last time he set the fast lap of the race, a 1:15.35 at the line. This time by, well, Dustin gonna get right back to it. 1:15.22. That is your fast lap of the race. Here as they work up through the S's, Dustin German, your race leader. There he is, spread a little bit deeper in the field. You got Jeff Stiles in the Innova Disc Golf number 85. Currently runs in the 5th spot. Right behind him, the Safe Flight Toyota. This is Gage Killam. Working down here in through the bus stop. Behind the Dalton Do-It Center number 17. Of Scott LeCaux running in the 7th spot. Behind him, the 11 of Brian Beach. Blankenship has taken the 51 behind the pit wall. He will finish 10th, and Chad Meadows unable to make the call, and he is behind the wall as well. This is a good battle back here for the 7th position. On board with the Dalton Do-It Center onboard camera with Scott LeCaux. Looking back at Brian Beach. Hear those tires screeching. A lot of speed up through the S's here. You gotta be careful not to get on those curbs. That'll knock you out into those blue armco barriers that have you surrounded around the racetrack. German starting to stretch it out over West up front though as we watch that battle here in the turn number 10. Almost a 1-second gap. Justin Rigsby starting to close back in on Wheezy Jerry West. Those are your top through 3 cars. They have separated themselves by over 4 seconds back to 4th place runner Matt Spinks as they work lap number 6 here. 5 already in the books. There's 30 laps to go here at the Watkins Glen International. What is going to be a very big strategy race. We know they have to at least pit one time. They do have 2 sets of Goodyear racing tires in the pits. But a good battle for your 6th spot. Jeff Stiles, Scott LeCaux, and Brian Beach all underneath the blanket as they work down here through the short chute in to turn into the bus stop. Scott LeCaux starting to put pressure to that Innova Disc Golf number 85. Racetrack to go. Now Brian Beach to the backside. He'll make a bid to the outside of LeCaux. LeCaux will have the inside line. They have slammed the door shut here in the turn 10. Up the racetrack, LeCaux goes. He's going to be on the inside line, but Beach with the momentum. They'll be side by side through turn 11. Scott LeCaux with a good run will hold on to that position. Beach will have to reside back into that 8th position. So work down here in the turn number 1. The hard right-hander, a big braking point, and get yourself into a lot of trouble if you try to really overshoot that corner. Oh, LeCaux sideways up the racetrack. Beach will get by through the S's with the momentum broke. take a moment and thank our sponsors here tonight. The Indian Neck Motors, located sorry about that, might cut out. There, the truck's got it back going. Indian Neck Motors Inc., located in Branford, Connecticut, is your one-stop shop for everything your car needs. Opened up in 2017, offering automotive and small engine repairs. They also offer aftermarket performance parts for you, the car enthusiast in your life. From oil changes to head gasket replacement, they can handle your automotive repair needs. Is that check engine light on? Well, they can fix that as well. With automotive industry flooded with performance parts, they have decided to team up with multiple vendors to offer products to their customers. Contact them today for pricing and installation, and you can head right on over to lmkfabrication.com or give them a shout, 203-208-2957. And that is Indian Neck Motors, tonight's proud presenting sponsor of the All-Pro, All-American Pro Truck Series. As Dustin German now has a 3-second lead over Justin Rigsby. Rigsby got by Jerry West. Let's take a look back and look for that pass. Caught the corner. Jerry West had a spin off the corner, and it allowed the 31 to get on by. So that's how the pass for second happened. We go back to live pictures, and West now trying to pedal back to the backside of that 31 of Rigsby through the bus stop. You see these cars jumping up as they hit those curbs. That'll get your attention in a real hurry too here at the Watkins Glen International. Work down here into a very fast part of the racetrack. Still very fast. 1:16 is what they are doing. This time by will put 8 into the books for Rigsby in this group, as Dustin German has enjoyed opening up the gap. He'll cross the stripe, putting lap number 9 into the books. Next time by, there'll be 25 more circuits to go as we watch the battle for third. Jerry West back there trying to get up there. That's the battle for second. They have 9-second lead over the fourth place running a Spinks. Nobody's come down pit road yet, so we'll keep an eye on that when people will get into that pit window. As Jerry West tries to make a move. We go on board with the number 85 out of Louisville, Kentucky. Made the trek here on a Sunday night to the Watkins Glen International. The race here leads your points by 2 over the man leading. You see him just up there in the distance as they work in here to turn number 11. Underneath the Go Bowling sign as Rigsby really stepped it out that time, but they might be starting to close the gap. And on your race leader as Dustin German will roll off of turn number 1 and up through the S's. A lot of pavement there. That used to be there. It used to be grass all the way there. They added the pavement for a runoff, just in case someone gets in trouble. To the bus stop they go, and Rigsby starting to chip away on German's lead, down to 2.3 seconds now as they enter the carousel. Justin Rigsby unable to shake Jerry West. West right there just about a second behind him, and just keeping them honest right now, as they know they have to come down pit road at least one time here tonight. In the turn one they go, and it is still the 99 up on the front. As we watch the battle for that second spot. Cage Killam though, let's take a look back here. Starting to close in on Matt Spinks. Spinks in that 4th position right now. See Gage Killam working right off the back side over the curb as they enter the S's. We'll be following them with our Dalton Do-It Center Sky Chase camera, our drone, as they come down here into the bus stop. Doing a great job around this racetrack. Are you in the need for a new paint scheme to get looking just as good as that 35 does out there? Well, Attitude Graphics can make that happen. For all your logo design, your new paint scheme on your race car, head on over on Facebook and look up Attitude Graphics. They'll get you all squared away. Talk to Matt Spinks and Justin Rigsby, and they will get you all set up for what you need here tonight. Another proud sponsor of the All-American Pro Truck Series. They work here. Justin Rigsby starting to show a little long run speed in that 31. Still chipping away that time by 2/10 off your race lead. Lost a little bit of time up through the S's, but Rigsby really charging into the bus stop. Gonna cut it down under a second. As Rigsby had a great time right there through there, as you can see. Rigsby over West, the gap growing. That race lead now underneath the second to Justin German. German might have been backing up, saving some of this tire. But Justin Rigsby trying to get to that race lead. As now we have our first taker on pit road. That is going to be the number 85 of Jerry West, going to come in on lap number 12. And it is a long pit road. It's easy to get yourself into trouble, but we see a little bit of strategy playing here. So Rigsby will pit. Shane Jones on pit road as well. I see some damage to the front end of that car. Meanwhile, Dustin German still enjoys the race lead. This is where Rigsby makes up a lot of his time, getting down into the bus stop. See if he kicks it up here. Again, another 10th off, that time through the bus stop. So Justin Rigsby really putting the pressure to that number 99 of German. Gotta wonder when we'll see the next pit stop. Dre West comes out of the pits in the 6th position. Both of those drivers stay out. Gotta wonder how much those fresh tires for Jerry West will make up for him. Here as he comes out just 39 seconds behind the race leader. We know how long pit road is. Up through the S's they come, and it's still German out front as West just got by Beach for 5th. We'll have to take a look, see how much quicker the lap times are with those fresh tires on that number 86 automobile. Rigsby that time closing the gap so much that the lead has stabilized. Will they come down pit road this time off of turn 11? The race leader stays out. German will stay out. Rigsby still in that second position. They stay out. Matt Spinks now runs third. He's opened up the gap over Gage Killam. Killam was really starting to close in on that number 35. But now it's fallen off some 5 seconds. Here was just 20 laps to go, and hang on to it. Gillum, you saw him get really loose off of turn 11. Trying to get all that Toyota power down to those rear wheels. Oh, hang on to it. A little bit of a wheel hop into turn 1. He'll give up some more time. Jerry West, though, runs in that fifth spot. He'll enter turn number 1. Last time by a 1:15.47. Our race leaders are at a 1:16.41. So you gotta wonder, when will the race leaders come in, as they are giving up some time on the racetrack to those fresh tires. Just like that, Dustin German gonna come in. As Justin Rigsby will be your first new race leader of the evening, picking up a bonus point for leading a lap. And this is Master Jeff Styles in trouble. The 85 getting into the Armco barrier. You see the damage on the right side of that race truck. We'll see if we can get a look at it through the bus stop when he comes out of it. But you're going to see heavy contact to that right side door. So Styles having a little bit of an issue. And Dustin German came out of pit road and lost the battle to Jerry West. Jerry West able to get in front of that 99. So you gotta wonder, is Rigsby giving up too much time to the race leader? Will Jerry West, with that short pit, be able to get back out in front? And he leapfrogged the 99 of Dustin German with that pit strategy off a turn through turn 1 as Rigsby stays out. These are the different strategies that play out when we have road course racing. Our one and only stop with the turns right and left here tonight. Now some cloud cover over. Last time by Jerry West ran the fast rate lap of the race, a 1:15.20. As he is now into the third spot, as Dustin German and him are the only two drivers that have come down pit road. As now the number 99 German will get by Killam. That was the bid for fourth. So now German starting to try to track down Jerry West. You got to wonder if a few lap difference on pits. They have 3 lap difference on those tires. If that'll make a difference, as cloud cover now has come over to Watkins Glen International. Rigsby still stays out on the racetrack. This battle for the third position starting to heat up between the two drivers that have come down pit road. Last time West had the fastest lap of the race. Let's see what the lap times look like this time. A 1:14.96 for the number 99 of Dustin German. As Beach has gone down pit road, Jeff Styles is on pit road. So starting to see some drivers as we got just 17 laps to go. We are halfway through the Indian Neck Motors 35 here at the Watkins Glen International. And what we are watching on the screen could possibly be the race for the win here tonight. And they are really pushing each other. We go on board with the number 86 of Jerry West, driver out of Kentucky, trying to hold back the K&N Filters F-150. And you see Dustin just able to charge the corner a little bit more, right to the back bumper that time from turns 10. Into turn 11 they go, as Matt Spinks has pulled the 35 on the pit road for his pit service. As now West moves into the second spot, 30 seconds behind your race leader. He's got Dustin German all over him as well in the turn number 1. Oh, West with a wheel hop, and he'll move the position. Dustin German able to get by Jerry West for second, and since doing so, West lost a lot of momentum. Let's take a look back and see what happened. Down in the corner, Jerry West just up the racetrack. See if we can watch it one more time. Get it out of the corner, and just a wheel hop there. And that's all it took for Dustin German to get moved back into that second position. Go back to live picture. Justin Rigsby still out onto the racetrack. Did not come in with 15 laps to go. That time a little bit sideways off the corner. Around will go Brian Beach there behind him. He's able to get the car pointed back in the right direction. Well, the Chevy Silverado. Not a car here tonight, as we are trucking it at the Watkins Glen International for the Indian Neck Motors 35. As Justin Rigsby is your race leader, some 29 seconds in front of Dustin German. But Rigsby still has to pit here tonight for some fuel and tires. Ryan Beach has gone around once again through the bus stop with that Mountain Dew Baja Blast number 11. Scott Laco coming in with a Dalton Do-It Center 17, and it is a good time for a Dalton Do-It Center plug. Family owned and community focused, the Dalton Do-It Center is your one-stop shop for everything you need to do for your home repair needs. Whether they have their fully serviced lumber yard or if you need something small for just your house backyard, summer lawn care, grill accessories, U-Haul rentals, they have it all right down there at the Dalton Do-It Center. It was opened back just in 1989 in Dalton, Pennsylvania, just north of the Scranton. Owned by Doug and Scott Laco. As you see him pull up off the racetrack, as Dustin German will flash by Justin Rigsby, who's down on pit road. So Dalton Do-It Center, head on down there. Tell them the All-American Pro Truck Series sent you. Always thank them for their sponsorship of this All-American Pro Truck Series, which next week we are off for the Independence Day. You see the upcoming events rolling across. There will be only 3 races remaining in the inaugural season, and it'll be coming up for you at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. That 3-week stretch. Then we head over to Indiana. So we're going to go from Nashville, Tennessee, over to Indiana for the Lucas Oil Raceway. Then down to Atlanta, the high banks of Atlanta Motor Speedway for their season finale And that'll be the season. Here where we crown a champion. Right now, Dustin German going to try to put that number 99 in victory lane and get some points over this man, the number 86 of Jerry West. As West rolling up through the S turns right now with just 13 laps to go. Scott Lecoq going to go down 1 lap to Rick Cedar. The 99 of Dustin German, 4.5 second lead over Jerry West. Justin Rigsby has come out. He sits in 4th spot as Jeff Stiles has gone around again. It looks like in turn number 1, able to get the car pointed back in the right direction. Dustin German going to cross strike. 12 more circuits to go. So we'll have to watch that battle for third to see if Justin Rigsby is able to chase down his teammate at the Attitude Esports, the 35 of Rigsby. Jeff Stiles has gone around again. Let's take a look at this one. Into the bus stop. I have a feeling he probably wheel hopped it. Let's see. Coming down into the bus stop. The 85 of Jeff Stiles. Oh yeah, wheel hopped it into that inside Armco barrier. Hard contact with the Innova Disc Golf number 85. And that truck is probably wounded, but 99 up here as we'll go on board with the Indian Neck Motors onboard camera. Watching Dustin German work here. Through turn 10 into turn 11 onto the home stretch. Down the front stretch they'll go to see 11 laps to go with a 5-second lead. Dustin German looking to close in on that championship points battle. Just has to keep it on the pavement, keep it pointed in the right direction. And I believe Dustin German will be headed to victory lane, putting another win in the column for the Ford camp. And if y'all know me well enough, you know I love my blue ovals. Jerry West, though, not that far behind. A little bit of a mistake from the 99 will let Jerry West get right back into it. So we look at the pit strategies here for tonight. German went 16 laps before pitting in. Jerry West went 13, so a 3-lap difference there. Everybody else stretching a little bit further. Matt Spinks up 1 spot from where he qualified here tonight. Justin Rigsby back. He just came in on lap 21. So he has closed it now within 5 seconds there. As Rigsby's trying to close in to get onto the podium. Come off turn number 9 up the short chute into turn 10. Laps to go for Dustin German as we watch the 31 flash by. Let's catch where Dustin German is. He should be coming into turn number 10. That's how big of a lead he has. 6 seconds now over Jerry West, who is doing battle with Scott Lecoq. Lecoq right in front of him in the Dalton Do It Center number 17. Jerry West 1 second. Spinks is third. Fourth is Rigsby. Fifth is Killam. Beach is sixth. Seventh is Scott Lecoe. Jeff Stiles has pulled the 85 behind the wall. Too much damage to continue on it. Innova Disc Golf, number 85, so he is out of the race. And Shane Jones sits on pit road as well, trying to get damage fixed on that 93. But suspect he might be a retiree here tonight as we watch Matt Spinks come off turn 11. He'll put down the front stretch, and he'll have 9 more circuits to go. And Spinks trying to force the 31 to drive hard. Last time by, it was your fastest driver. Let's take a look at those last times by, and we see it was your race leader. The fastest car on the racetrack was this man, the 99, as he's going to come off turn 11. But 8 laps to go. You see everybody's best times of the race. Dustin German with a 1:14.85. That is impressive. Very fast around here in a All-American Pro truck. He works up through the S's with that K&N filters. He's got that K&N filter breathing very well here tonight. Go on board through the bus stop. Throttle control. So I'm going hard on the gas. A little shift here. In the fourth. Down into third. Back onto the gas. Stays in third. Onto the front stretch. 7 more laps to go for Dustin German, who has a 6.5 second lead. You just see at the top of the track the 86 of Jerry West, as West coming into turn number 1 was a little bit quicker last lap. Well, I don't wonder if he's got enough time to get there. We will find out. Matt Spinks runs in that third spot. He hits turn 11 to come off turn 10. There's the 31 of Rigsby. Rigsby trying to catch him. That would get onto the final spot on the podium here tonight. Gotta wonder if maybe he waited just a little bit too long to pit, but I think you gotta, if I'm Rigsby, I don't do anything different. Very talented man behind the wheel. Not only in these trucks, but you also see him in action in the various circuits and the short track ranks as well. Same with Matt Spinks, very talented driver behind the wheel of that 35. Oh, but trouble. Spinks scraping the left side, the driver's side of that car. That's going to allow the 31 of Rigsby to close in on him, and that truck might be damaged. That is a lot of damage on the side of that 35. They work it down here into turn number 10. No change up front. It is still German out front with 6 laps to go. Jerry West in second. This is the closest battle on the racetrack for position. And now Rigsby can smell the blood in the water. Tries to make a move that time off turn 1. Can't quite do it. He'll have to follow him through the S's. and what is a very high-speed part of the track. It leads you up. You got to get through the S's very good. Get a good run down this back straightaway. And Rigsby is there. Will he jump out, make a move to the inside? He goes. Rigsby gonna move past the 35. Justin Rigsby now into the podium spot. As now Matt Spinks will try to stay with him. We're on board with the Indian Motors onboard camera. Look off the last side of that truck back at Matt Spinks. We are on board with the 31 of Justin Rigsby. Five more laps to go here tonight in the Indian Motors 35. Dustin German going to work into turn 11. It's going to be 4 more circuits around the Watkins Glen International. As he closes on Brian Beach. Brian Beach, our last truck on the lead lap. Right in front of your race leader. We go on board with Dustin German up through the S's. German will move past the 11 and get in a clean run into the bus stop. That is not what West wanted. West wanted him to get held up there behind the 11 of Beach, trying to cut into that time. Unfortunately, not going to happen. Rigsby has put a second as we take a look at this battle as they cross the stripe. Justin Rigsby trying to run away and hide in that third spot, the final podium spot of the evening. As the field really spread out now. This is the closest battle. Gage Gillum back there in 5th, doing a good job keeping it on the racetrack. Take a look at that driver as he comes up through the S's in that Safe Light Toyota. A little bit of right front damage on that Chevy or that Toyota Tundra. As he enters the bus stop, you see your race leader right there behind him, just coming out of the S's. Dustin German has led the majority of this race. Looking to see the parallel flags, the popsicle sticks, rabbit ears, whatever you say. He'll come out of turn number 10 into turn 11. Just 2 more laps to go for the 99 of Dustin German, who has not put that truck in harm's way at all here this evening. Came in with a solid game plan, came in on lap 16. Just about splitting this race, just a little over halfway. A little less than halfway, I should say. And it has worked out to his best plan as he looks to take a win in the win column here tonight over his championship rival Jerry West. Dustin has 1 win. He'll tie Jerry in the win columns here tonight. Joining them in the win this year is Matt Spinks in at 35. The 87 that's not with us here tonight, Ryan Nolan's also won back at the Martinsville Speedway. In the season opener winner, the 85 of Andy Lambert. Is Dustin German going to come off of the corner this time? You'll see the white silk. It is the final lap presented by Attitude Graphics. Down in the turn one, and he comes off the corner, up through the gearboxes, into the high gear, through turns 2 and into 3. Dustin German right down on that bubble. And he will look to go off at turn number 4. And down the backstretch, you get into the bus stop for corners 5, 6, and 7. All good through there into turns 8 and 9. This long sweeper of a corner. And now into turn number 10, the checkered flag will come out for the Indian Neck Motors, number 35, the K&N Filters, 99 of Dustin German for Smirk Show Racing. Comes off for turn number 4, and he will pick up the win in domination here tonight for the All-American Pro Truck Series. He'll pick up the win. Jerry West going to come home in second, most likely. As he does, he'll cross the line in second. Jerry West will do that. Here's the battle for third, though. Justin Rigsby, 1 second over Matt Spinks. Can he hold on to it? This is the battle for the final transfer spot as they work off of turn number 9, headed towards turn 10. Rigsby will get hard onto the binders. Matt Spinks going to throw it in hard one last time. Can't quite get there. Off of 10 into turn 11. Justin Rigsby going to come home in that third position as he'll come off turn 11. Cross underneath the stripe. Rigsby will finish third. Matt Spinks fourth. Gage Killam just working into turn number 10. He'll be our fifth and final truck on the lead lap. Beach will come home in 6th. 7th will go to Scott Leco. Jeff Stiles, Shane Jones, Blankenship, and Meadows will round out your field. But it's this man, the 99 of Dustin German, is your race winner here tonight at the Watkins Glen International in the Indian Motors 35. Take a moment here. We'll take a quick break, catch our breath. After a quick race here, we'll get a word with our top 3 drivers right after this.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back here to the Watkins Glen International for the Indian Neck Motors 35 that just saw the checkered flag. And, well, we have caught up with the man of the day, the number 99 for Smoke Show Racing. It is Dustin German. And Dustin had that truck on rails out here tonight, but I know it wasn't easy. This racetrack, very fast, very technical, and it's really easy to get out of control. But you were able to manage it here tonight. How'd you do it?
Just did a little practice about a week ago, just try to familiarize myself with the track again. It's been a while since I run here, and just try to, hone into braking points and, when to get back on the gas and what gear to be in and what corner. But yeah, it's a real technical track. It's really easy to overdrive, and if you overdrive one corner, you try to make it up all up on the rest, and it never works that way.
Yeah, you talk about how difficult it is, the braking zones, carrying a lot of speed down the front stretch into turn number 1. We saw a few drivers here tonight have some wheel hop issues. How easy is that to do from a driver's standpoint? You have so much speed down that front straightaway, and you had some close battles with Jerry West, and Justin Rigsby closing in on you. How worried were you when all that was going on before the pit stops?
Yeah, like I said, I was just trying to minimize mistakes and just try to get in a routine of braking at the same place every time. And once you get longer in the run, you kind of got to start braking a little bit earlier than you did before. But yeah, I seen Jerry and Justin there. Justin got within, I think, a second and a half of me at one point, and right before we went into pits, or before I went on pit road, and I thought he might have had something for me there. I don't know what happened to him on pit road. I think he might have got a speeding penalty or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, good race by those top 3 guys there.
Yeah, you're going to close in on the championship hunt. I know with just 3 more weeks left to go, you came in tonight just 2 points behind Jerry. That's going to tighten that thing up after when we're off next week, but then we go to Nashville. What's the outlook there for the Music City 150?
Yeah, I think it'd be a good race. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. This is the one I really wasn't looking forward to. I didn't know how it was going to end up. But, Nashville Fairgrounds is usually a fun track. A lot of tight battling, and we look forward to it.
Well, Dustin, well, let's roll out the red carpet here. Let you thank the guys that make it all possible. I know you got a few of the pit members down here celebrating with you. Who makes it all possible to get this 99 to victory lane here tonight?
Well, All-American Pro Truck Series, and Justin and I think Spinks there, they make it possible, and all the sponsors that come on board, the sponsors this season. Smoke Show Racing, my team. Glad Jerry got a top 2 there. It looks like we're going to keep that points battle pretty close to the end, and thank you guys at Turn 3 for coming on broadcasting.
Well, congratulations on your win here tonight, Dustin. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Enjoy the 4th of July. And we'll see you at Nashville in 2 weeks. Have a good night, sir.
Thank you.
There you go, your feature winner here tonight for the Indian Neck Motors 35. That was Dustin German. Now we're going to catch up with the driver in second spot, the number 86, Mr. Wheezy himself. It is Jerry West, who came in here. Thought you had the right strategy, Jerry. Then you saw that truck do a wheel hop in the turn number 1. And that unfortunately allowed the 99 to get by, but still an overall good night. Came in as a championship leader. It's going to be a tight one headed into Nashville.
Yeah, it was a tough race for us, man. I mean, we definitely don't belong behind the wheel on a road course, but we had to come in and try to salvage the best spot we could. And I mean, it's a win for me to come out of here with a P2. I definitely was shooting for a top 10, so to come out here with a P2, I can't complain. And yeah, the wheel hop, man. I was fighting this truck all night here. Almost every lap, it seemed like when you get on the brake a certain way, if you didn't do it right, man, it just want to come around on you. And one time I hit the grass coming to the second to the last corner, and I don't know how I saved it there, but I was somehow able to save it. And Justin got around me there, but after that, man, it just struggled for the last couple of laps after that. And I knew I had to do something to get the tires back underneath me. So I figured I'd just come on in and get some new tires. Maybe that was the problem I was having. And then, just a little little struggling out there in turn one, man. It was tough. That truck's a handful.
It looked like a handful. This is one of my favorite racetracks personally, and you guys put on a good show here tonight. We're off next week for the Independence Celebration, and then we are back in it. 3 weeks of action with Nashville Fairgrounds, our next stop for the All-American Pro Truck Series. What's the outlook for you and this race team? We're going to have a very tight points battle, I feel, all the way to Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the mile and a half for sure. That's why we sign up for these things. But, you know, every league throws in a road course or two throughout the season. So we've always had to deal with that and try to get the best finish we can there. And, of course, we had Eldora on the schedule here as well. So that didn't make it any easier. But, yeah, we're looking forward to the mile and a half, the mile and a third, I guess you could say, with Nashville coming up next. Lucas Oil is going to be a little battle for us, but we'll finish it out at Atlanta. We should have a good run there as well. So yeah, we're looking forward to the big tracks. The little tracks, not so much, but we'll do our best and see what we can do.
Well, before we let you go and head into the room of doom for post-race tech, we'll roll out that red carpet and let you thank those that all make it possible for you here tonight.
Yeah, first and foremost, Indian Neck Motors for taking care of us here at Watkins Glen, and you guys up there in the booth for doing it at Turn 3, man. You guys are awesome. So we'll go back and watch it, of course, as we always do, and it's always a great broadcast. But we couldn't do it without the All-American Pro Truck Series, the admins of this league, Justin and Matt and those guys, man. They make it all possible for us. But we can't leave out the people that are out there watching or that will watch it. So thank you guys for coming out and watching this. Hopefully it was entertaining. I know it's a road course. It's a little off from what we're used to. But, hey, congratulations to Dustin on the win. Second is a win to me, so we got to finish 1-2. That's good. We started on the pole or on the front rows, and we're going to finish that way. So it couldn't have worked out any better for us. Not sure what happened to Justin. I think he got a penalty or something. But I knew he was going to be a contender for that second spot. Unfortunately, he got caught up. He was able to keep it ahead of Matt, though. But good run for Matt as well for a third place. For a fourth place finish. But SRTV Network, Smoke Show Racing, man, and all the guys back at the shop.
Well, congratulations, Jerry. Enjoy the 4th of July weekend and celebrate that. And we'll see you in Nashville in 2 weeks' time.
All right, thank you, buddy.
There you go, Jerry West. They call him Wheezy, finishing in that second spot. And we'll slide right down here to our third place finisher here tonight. Led some good handful of laps here. This truck very fast there, Justin. What happened coming the pit road?
I was just trying to make too fast of a pit stop, I guess. And I got caught speeding, cost me 40 seconds. And I don't know, we may have finished where we were going to anyway. I think Dustin and Jerry took tires, and I ended up taking 2 just because of the penalty. They were quite a bit faster, so I don't know where it would have ended up. I don't know if anybody had anything for Dustin, but maybe I could have got one spot better with there at the end without the penalty. Be able to battle Jerry, but that's just part of it. We beat ourselves tonight, even though we had a good truck and decent speed. And we'll just try again here in a couple weeks.
They definitely had a good truck, long run speed. We saw you really chase down, Jerry and Dustin during that first opening stint there. The truck looking beautiful as always, but man, just talk about how difficult it is to get around this 11 turn. I call it a high speed or super speedway road course because you guys are hauling the mail around this racetrack.
Getting around it's easy. Getting around it fast is the problem. It is one of the easier tracks to drive, and there's very key points, to be able to gain or lose time, with some of the faster speed corners as well as deeper braking zones. And I just was trying to maintain with those guys in the beginning. I know from a few races ago, keeping pressure on Jerry, it seemed to help, and he slipped up there early in the race and gave us second, and we was just hoping for the same thing with Dustin. As long as we had a nose there, there was a chance. Just trying to hang in and see where pit stops and everything turned out. But again, a mistake on my part, took that away from us. But it overall seemed like a pretty good race. You know, it did. Some of these corners you're just flying, but these trucks are so loose. It's a handful that at any point, if you barely overstep, you're going to go around or even worse. So it definitely takes some patience and skill to maintain and be fast, lap after lap. We just didn't have enough tonight, though.
Well, you're going to take a week off and regroup, and then we're going to kick it off 3 weeks in a row to end out the season. Nashville, Lucas Oil, and Atlanta. What are those tracks are you most looking forward to? And we'll see you in Victory Lane possibly.
Yeah, hopefully all 3. I'm sure if I could win 3 in a row, that'd give me a legit shot at the championship. Dustin was able to pull out a 14-point lead or so over Jerry, and I'm still sitting third, about 31 back. You got Matt Spinks and Dylan Blankenship rounding out the top 5 in points. So still some opportunity for some positions to be swapped. And I know it counts the best 9 races out of the 10, so I don't know exactly when we'll see that play out, if it changes anything much. I think for the most part, these top guys have been here every week and done fairly well. So Nashville's always a blast. It's one of my favorite tracks on here. We should hopefully have a good run there. Try not to get in trouble. And the last 2 races are very technical as well. Tire wear is going to be a thing. Especially if we get a caution or 2 within the race, it's really going to make you put your thinking hat on. So I mean, it's a toss-up for any of these guys still, with 3 races left at 3 very unique racetracks that all race a little bit different. That's going to eat some tires, and you're going to need patience. So I expect these last 3 races to put on a heck of a show for the broadcast.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to the end of the season. 3 of my favorite racetracks. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys can do here with these the All-American Pro Truck Series as they roll down the road to the Travel and Road Show. Well, we're off next week, but before we let you go to enjoy that off week, we'll roll out the red carpet, and you can let us know who makes it all possible for you and your race team here to end up on the podium.
Shout out to Attitude Graphics first this week for the wrap on the truck. Without them, it wouldn't be as nice as it is. Fatted Calf, Heritage Barbershop. Anybody else we got on there that makes this thing look awesome with the white and purple. And again, we are off next week for the 4th of July. Everybody celebrate, be safe, have fun. We're going to come back in 3 strong races at the end and see who's going to bring home this awesome trophy. So looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks' time. Enjoy the holiday. Justin, thank you for everything that you do behind the scenes for the All-American Pro Truck Series. We know it's not an easy job, but we appreciate all your efforts, you and Matt and all the other guys that make this thing all possible.
Thanks, Al.
Here you go. Justin Rigsby picking up that 3rd and final position. And let's take a look at your results here tonight for the race. And it was Dustin German picking up the win for Smoke Show Racing. That's going to really tighten up the points battle as he finishes first over his championship rival, the number 86 of Jerry West. Justin Rigsby will come home 3rd. Matt Spinks and Gage Killam rounding out your top 5. Brian Keats, Scott Leco, 7th and 8th. And then all these other drivers trouble early on and out of the race. Jeff Stiles, Shane Jones, Dylan Blankenship, and Chad Meadows will round out your 11 truck field here tonight in the Indian Motors 35. And we want to thank the Indian Neck Motors for all that they do behind the scene, located in Branford, Connecticut. Contact them today at 203-208-2957 for all of your automotive needs, whether it's just, a small head gasket, small engine repair, all the way up to adding the performance parts that you need on your street car, your muscle car, whatever it is, they can do it. Head on over to lmkfabrications.com to find out more today. Attitude Graphics, the proud painter of that number 31 and then the proud sponsor of the 35. Matt Spink's Attitude Graphics can make your iRacing paint schemes today. When you need a logo done, they can also do that. Head on over and give them a like, send out a message, and they'll get you all started and squared away. And we also want to thank the Dalton Do-It Center in Dalton, Pennsylvania, just north of Scranton, owned by Doug and Scott LeCaux. And it is your one-stop shop. Whether you need lumber, they got their lumber yard, they have services that range from U-Haul rentals, they deliver propane refills, window and screen repair, along with all your regular garden and household needs. Head on over to the Dalton Do-It Center, and they will be open, well, Monday morning if you're watching tonight. If not, they are open 7 days a week. Head on over now and get a look at what you can do to make your house look better. Because you want to know why? Because you can do it with the Dalton Do-It Center. But for everybody behind the scenes here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, my name is Upstate Al. We'll see you in Turn 3 in 2 weeks when we head to Nashville for the All-American Pro Truck Series. Until then, keep your wheels down, and we'll see you in Turn 3.